and in today's tutorial, it's going to be a continuation of the course. EDU231 is a course for early childhood education. So in the 200 level for semester, and we're talking today. Discussing about curriculum, the history of curriculum in Nigeria. All right, and basically we're going to talk about what history itself is. Then we'll talk about curriculum. You know, we've talked about curriculum in our past class, what curriculum is, and spoken about scheme of work and the likes. So in today's class, we're going to talk about history, right? So with this being said, let's hop straight into it. Okay, now EDU231. EDU231. Now, when we say history, what are we talking about? Now, history is the recording of the past events, all right? The recording of past events that happened in a community or in a nation, all right? It can be written about various subjects, all right? It can also be treated as a subject in school, all right? But basically, history is what it is, okay? It is the recording of past events. The recording of past events, okay? That happened, all right? That happened in a community or a nation. Or a nation, all right? And history itself can also be referred to as a subject that can be treated in schools, all right? Now, we have that as that. Now, we'll be talking about two reasons why you should, all right, understand the history of curriculum development in Nigeria on two levels, all right, broadly and specifically, all right. Nigeria has not existed as one, all right, as one single country until, all right, until 1914. All right, that's the point. Please take note of that. And what happened in 1914, all right, it speaks about the amalgamation of the northern and southern protectorate. Now, during the pre-colonial period, educational development depend on needs of the various nations, states that makes up, right, the Nigeria of today. Now, traditionally, or indigenous education so we have, all right, we have that as that. Now, Nigeria has not extended as one single country until 1914. All right. So we have, just a moment, I'm trying to sort out my all right, so the history of curriculum in Nigeria, all right, basically curriculum was appropriate to the needs of primary agricultural communities, all right. Basically the major thing Nigerians does, all right, during this era was basically agriculture, all right, and curriculum was appropriate to the needs of primarily agricultural communities where life was simple. Now, the Europeans, all right, firstly came to Benin as far back as 15th century. By the 19th century, in 1861, all right, okay, okay, so sorry about that. That was a thing from the network, but I think we are back now. We can now continue. Okay, so like we were saying, as we were saying before, the network interrupted the class. We are still on the history, all right, of curriculum development, okay, and in Nigeria, and basically, we're going to be looking at it in different dimension, in two different dimension, all right. We're going to be looking at it during and after colonization, all right, before, I mean pre, all right, and post colonization, all right. So now let's take our bearing from curriculum development during pre-colonization, all right, meaning before the colonial era, all right. So now it is specified in the material that though Europeans had been coming to Nigeria before the amalgamation, all right, of the Northern and Southern Protectorate in 1914, as we have specified here, Nigeria had not existed as one country until then. Okay, and that's it. That simply means that, all right, we have the Southern and the Northern Protectorate, all right, and this protectorate operates on their own. Not until the 1914, Nigeria has not existed as one. Now, during the pre-colonial era, all right, the appropriate curriculum development depended largely on the needs of different communities, all right, different communities, nation states, all right, that make up, all right, the what we call Nigeria now. Are we together? Before Nigeria became one, all right, during that time, people existed definitely, all right, and the need, all right, for the curriculum development depend largely on needs by different communities, all right. On needs by different communities, all right, different communities and nation states, all right. Now this simply means that before Nigeria became one, all right, before it became amalgamated, all right, the Northern and Southern Protectorate does not have the same, it's not what works there that works here, all right. So the need for development of the curriculum was specifically, all right, specifically for what a particular community sees as norms and what the nation state on some other hand sees as norms, all right. Now, but in the case whereby Nigeria became one, all right, the curriculum then have to be one, all right, not segmented as at before it became one nation. Okay, now we have that as that. Now, no uniform, basically this means that there was no uniform educational objective, all right. Educational objectives, all right, no uniform educational objectives, all right. And so no uniform curriculum. All right, no uniform curriculum to meet the varying needs of each community. All right, every community has their own curriculum as they deem fit. All right, that's why I said not until the 1914, all right, there was no generally accepted, unlike what we have now, there was no generally accepted curriculum, developed curriculum development, or generally accepted or acknowledged educational objective. So we have that as that. So permit me to raise the board so we can take more questions. Okay, so let's continue. Generally accepted curriculum, as other parts, other protectorate has the curriculum, or societies develop their own curriculum and use as this as it deem fit. All right, so there was no, all right, there was no written syllabus. All right, the children learned. All right, so the children learned through, all right, other means. Okay, so now let's continue. Now, like I said earlier on, there was no uniform, all right, educational objective, and so no uniform curriculum to meet varying needs of each of the community. Now, the major approach for achieving educational objective, all right, was social learning. All right, we are still talking about before the colonial era. All right, so the only way was through social learning. All right, the only way to achieve educational objective then was through social learning, in which a child learns informally from home. All right, in which a child learn informally from home. All right, in which a child learn informally from home. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, the curriculum was appropriate. All right, the curriculum was appropriate, all right, to the needs of the primary agricultural communities where life was simple. All right, just like we all know, basically before then it was literally agriculture. All right, what people do, people's lifestyle revolves around agriculture. All right, before the oil boom, all right, everything revolves around agriculture. All right, and basically and the curriculum then also revolve around agriculture. Now, the major approach to achieving educational objective then, as we said, was social learning, which all children learn informally, all right, in the home through religious society. All right, we have, okay, learns informally. All right, children learns through, all right, informally through religious society, religious societies, all right, ceremonies, all right, etc. Okay, so we have that as that. All right. Now, since we, all right, since there were no written syllabus, all right, children learn through imitation, all right, modeling, and various content of curriculum. All right, children learn through imitation, all right, or modeling. All this still takes us back to social learning. All right, what is imitation? What they see others are doing. All right, what others do. All right, they learn, or what they are told to do. All right, so basically that's how they learn, and it's basically informal. There's no structure, there's no proper written guide. All right, that this is how things should be done and not like this. All right, so we have that as that. In the southern, all right, in the southwest part of Nigeria, as well as other parts, farming was the predominant occupation. Like I said earlier on, farming was the predominant occupation. All right, the boy child learned method of farming through watching, imitating, all right, watching and imitating adults. All right, basically predominant thing is farming, and the boy child learns farming through watching and imitating adults, members of the society, especially their father, while the girl child, on the other hand, learn to prepare meals and take care of men through, all right, what they see their mother does. All right, so basically that's how things were during that era. All right, now the curriculum, as said earlier, was not written, so there was no formal school system. All right. There was no formal school system. All right, indigenous education is that, all right, it produced well integrated, all right, citizen. All right, it was basically what people, all right, say, or it was what people do, and that's how children, all right, that was the learning, how things were being, all right, taught then. All right, informal passing of knowledge. All right, and basically this informal passing of knowledge includes, all right, the, all right, word of mouth, instruction, storytelling, and dramatization. All right, informal excuse me, learning process. All right, we have, it includes the word of mouth, instruction, word of mouth. All right, please, if you're on the stream and you're yet to subscribe to the channel, all right, please do well to subscribe to the channel. The subscription to the channel is free. Just smash the subscribe button, and also do well to like the stream, hit the like button, and also we have a private class. All right, if it interests you to do some serious and intensive, continuous, consistent studying, we can do well to join the private class, where you get a lot of help and assistance in scaling through your courses for the year. All right, throughout the semester, basically. All right, so we have the word of mouth and word of mouth, instruction, storytelling, and dramatization. All right, storytelling, all right, and dramatization. All right, storytelling and dramatization. So basically this is how things were done during the pre-colonial era. All right, and I believe we've been able to gain a thing or two in today's class. So the network is pretty bad. I will have gone far. I've not, if we had not stopped now, it might have affected, all right, some other classes I'm having. All right, so on this note, let's stop here. and the material is quite very cumbersome. A lot of stories now here and there, so we have to take time to make the material, all right, as much as comprehensive we can make it. All right, so thank you very much, everyone. Do not send a picture of your notes to your class. And how do you do that? Just use your phone to take the picture, because as you are in the class, you're expected to take down points. All right, use your picture, use your phone to take a picture of the notes the points you've jotted down, then send it to the class so we can inspect. Thank you very much, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all in subsequent tutorials. Bye bye.